Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Urban Soul Stories. So today we're going to be going over the updates of the seedlings that I started about a week ago. If you have not watched my video before, I can link it below so you can take a look at how I seed started and what materials that I used and my growing medium for things you want to grow indoors. So stay tuned. So the two essential things before we get into the updates for my grow station is a fan to mimic the wind from outside. So if you can't get the seedlings super close to the light, which is right about here, then the next best thing is a fan, because then the fan will mimic the wind, so it will blow it back and forth. That way the stems can get strengthened. So right now I am doing the fan method. I did have them close, but the issue with being close was that some of the areas were shaded. So then some of them got a little bit leggy, not too much, but to help with the legginess, I put aluminum foil so that way it will refract the light back into the seedling tray and basically increase the lighting on the shaded area, which is like the outside areas. Because if you notice back here, there was some signs of legginess, and the back there, based on my little grid that I had showed you guys, which is this, so I don't forget. So it's the mustard mizuna, which is the mizuna times 4 right there. So it's my mustard mizuna back there that got a little leggy, just a little bit, nothing too crazy. If you can see, so this is my mustard mizuna, and this one is my Marvel of 4 Seasons. Let me spin it around so you can see a little closer. The ruby red leaf romaine lettuce. And then here I have the black seeded Simpsons, which is this. So all of these will get thinned out at a little later time. This row I had planted 2 just at an angle. So I had 2, and let's see, based on the grid. So I'm just using the grid as a reference because I would have forgotten which is which by now. C, and this is 1. So C wanna have long-standing Bloomsdale spinach. I had 2 in here, but so far only 1 sprouted. And this one was the same thing as well, only 1 sprouted. So what I'm going to do at a later time is succession sow, but for now I'm gonna wait and see if anything will pop up maybe at a later time. You never know with seedlings. So I'm giving it about another week before I decide to succession sow or just succession sow at a little later time. But my butterfly spinach, which is these 2, they both sprouted, which is great. And this one is also butterfly spinach. This one is sprouting, and if you notice right here, signs that the second one is also sprouting as well. So I'm hoping that because this was a little delayed, maybe these ones will be delayed as well. You never know. So for now I'm just watering as is, but I'm trying to do a little bit more bottom water. So with this tray from Burpee, you can bottom water. So that's what I've been doing. It's just to avoid any algae growth on the top, and so far so good. But you only want to bottom water after they sprouted, not before. So that's what I've been doing. I waited until they sprouted. My bottle of water that had a thumbtack that I used to poke holes in them. So basically it's just making the watering a little easier on top. So for those sections, that's what I've been doing so far. And then once everything sprouted, then I started to bottom water, and they wicked up the water pretty well. And any excess after about 30 minutes I would pour out. But one is supposed to be my mini bell peppers. Nothing sprouted yet, so I'm going to wait a little bit longer. If anything, I might do a little bit more, but we'll wait and see. My cucumber, this was the Be It Alpha, which is the Parthenocarpid cucumber. They both sprouted, but I had pulled one and forgot to record it. So the second one was a little bit weaker. It was still flopped down and was having a difficult time opening up. Should I have left it a little bit longer? Yes, but I was a little worried that it was crowding out the space. There is some legginess happening, which is why I have the fan on blowing it now. If you look You can see the fan blowing it, so I'm hoping that would help strengthen it and not have it stretch so much anymore. So waiting and see what happens there. But yeah, I pulled it and forgot to record me pulling, but it came out very easy. And so I'm not really too worried about this one. I'm hoping that this continues to grow. I haven't fertilized anything yet. I want to wait 7 to 10 days before giving them their first feeding. So we're getting very close to that feeding, and I should be doing it in the coming days as well. So this one is my arugula, so my slow bolt arugula. All four sprouted. They sprouted a while ago, and they're not showing any signs of legginess, which I'm very happy about. And this one is my Italian dandelion, and nothing has sprouted as of yet at all. But still waiting and hoping that something will sprout. So there's 2 empty pockets. The pepper and the dandelion, only 2 things that haven't sprouted. Not too worried about those for now. Just watch and see. But I might start something on the side as a just in case. But I'll give it another week first. And then here, VIP of the party, the one I'm most looking forward to are my tomatoes. So we'll start with these 2, which is in row A1 and A2. So A1 and A2 is my orange hat tomatoes. It's a dwarf type tomato, and both seed sprouted. And I don't have the heart to pull them and toss them like I did for the cucumbers, only because the cucumbers vining and I don't really have space because I'm only trying to experiment with one. The tomatoes are more indoor garden friendly for my grow station anyway, and I don't want to toss them, so I probably just gift one of each to a friend, and I'm sure they'd be more than happy to get a little tomato plant that they can do with their indoor garden. So I'm gonna leave both of them and not toss them. And over here is my tiny Tim. Only one sprouted from here. I'm hoping that the second one would. So that's all for that. And then the next party I have are my little mini greenhouse from Dollar Tree that it works so well that I went out and bought a second one, and looking forward to it. So on our left side here, I have Kale Mix. I don't remember how much I put in each. I think it was 6. I could be wrong, but based on like the outline of how everything is growing, I want to say it was 6 that I did. So like 3 in the front and then 3 in the back. But so far only 3 sprouted in each. So this one, and then this one, and this side here, I have a purple one, and I'm hoping that's Scarlet kale. And I did notice that there's a tiny one trying to grow right there, so I'm hoping something becomes of that. And then this one, just zoom out a little bit. Here I had red romaine lettuce. It's kind of hard to see them because they look just like the soil, but we have one here, one there. So only 3 sprouted so far. And back there is my Grand Rapid, and they all sprouted. So they'll be getting a feeding very soon as well. So that's it for this section. Okay, so for my second station, the radishes. These are the early Scarlet Globe. I direct sowed them on the 12th. Today is the 19th that I'm recording this, and 4 out of 5 of these ones sprouted. They're looking really well. They have not gotten leggy or anything, but their counterparts, the Easter egg blend, they are so leggy, and I don't know what to do. I'm not sure if they would actually give me radish, or at this point I should just eat them as microgreens and start new sowings. But I am tempted to start new seeds in the same container. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. Have you experienced leggy radishes before, and do they actually become like actual radishes, or is it a lost cause at this point? I might just leave them and see what happens, and then start the radish, like additional radishes in another container. But let me know in the comments, like if you've experienced this before, or what you guys would recommend doing about the radishes. That's it. And then I plotted some scallions I had from my kitchen in here, and so far so good. And then here are my little finger carrots. I interplanted a few leafy green lettuces in here. The thing was, when I was seed starting my lettuces at the tier above, a few of them fell out, and I wasn't sure what they were to put them back in because they were dark. The seedlings were dark, and like the seeds were dark. And if you know, for lettuces, they're either dark seeds or white seeds, and once a bunch of the dark ones fall, you don't know where they belong. And I didn't want to put the wrong seed in the wrong packet, so I just interplanted them with the carrots. So the good thing about this is that the carrots, they go down, and the lettuces, they are shallow roots. So the rooting system is very shallow, so it won't interfere with the radish's growth, and they'll grow upward. And also they mature a lot quicker before before the carrots starts growing. And the thing about carrots is they don't like dry soil. So I've been trying to water these every single day, and they started sprouting, I want to say about a day or two ago. Today, two sprouted because I had looked earlier and I only saw three. And if you look closely, I have one here, here, and here, one in the middle, and one in the far back there. So I watered them already, and hoping that more sprout, because there's a lot of empty space. Especially like this side is like nothing there, and back there, there's nothing back there either. Well, not this one in the center of the camera, but to the left, like this side and this side is nothing here. So I'm hoping something comes. So after a few days, I would say after another week, if nothing sprouts, then I'm gonna plant more. I believe carrots germination are 7 to 14 days, and it's definitely holding up to the 7-day mark because I see a lot more. It is day 7, exactly day 7 from the day I sowed them. And I am looking forward just to see how it would look, because I never interplanted carrots and lettuce before. So just a little experiment. So stay tuned for how this goes. And of course, once they grow a little bit more, moving it lower from the light. This is just to avoid any legginess. So for now, I'm leaving them like this. And I also have a fan, USB chargeable fan, so that way they don't need an outlet. The fans don't need an outlet, but I do have to charge them. So they'll give me about a day's worth of fan, so about like 12 hours or so before they need to be charged again. But I keep them on low speed, so it does give me that 12 hours. So a little before the lights turn off, then the fan will die. So this is fine, and they're looking really well. So I'm looking forward to see what happens. And so again, thank you so much for sticking around to the very end. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already for more garden content. And again, thank you so much for watching.